Hi everyone, I'm Tiffany.
I'm Tatiana.
Today we'll be discussing about both well-loved yet also ill-received K-pop, specifically a group's interesting storybook-like lore dispersed among video and photo content.
First blowing up in the West during 2012 with Psy's Gangnam Style, K-pop has become immensely popular as of the late 2010s. Several groups have boomed in the United States and worldwide as the industry continues growing.
Groups like BTS have achieved global status with a remarkable presence in Western media. Big Hit Entertainment created another boy band second to the first group BTS in 2019.
Tomorrow by Together, also referred to as TXT, is a 5-member South Korean boy band under Big Hit Entertainment consisting of Soobin, Yeonjun, Bamgyu, Taehyun, and Jin and Kai.
Loved for both their storyline and individual personalities, they have developed a loyal and large fan base over the course of 2 years since debut, given the name MOAs, or Moments of Alwaysness.
The Star Seekers is a franchise's fictional universe centered around the group's music videos, short films, lyrics, and other photo content. Today, we will briefly be going through the Star Seekers lore and timeline. The beginning of the video shows the members as kids, in a forest in Magic Island, first making the promise to the star of them to remain together. They embrace their individuality through the ideas of their inner monsters, which are each portrayed through the design and boxes on the kids.
The boys eventually separate and during this time lose memory of being with each other. The star they made the promise under stopped shining, and monsters and spirits now inhabit the forest. The individualities and differences of teenage boys as they grew older developed into insecurities which physically manifested itself into odd features, most prominently in Yeonjun's horns. They are depicted too and often referred to as their pain.
Yeonjun, overwhelmed with his own and others' comments on his horns, runs away into the forest. Unbeknownst to each other, the other boys found themselves in the magical forest too. There, he encounters a mysterious cat creature which gives a cut on his throat and frightens Yeonjun deeper into the forest.
Yoon and Kai finds Yeonjun after he rips one of his horns off and befriends him. All members unite in their own way and the star lights up again.
The story continues with Runaway and Magic Island. They are theorized to be either alternate timelines or predictive dreams through Soobin reflecting reality. Here, the members are in a somewhat normal world, living as teenagers.
In the videos, the boys played with newly discovered magic from Runaway. They can for the first time create portals and essentially have powers. Through this magic, they travel to Magic Island.
Magic Island is their escape, where they are free to explore and hang out in. However, through the predictive dreams of Soobin from Runaway and future music videos, their Magic Island begins burning. The cause of the fire is somewhat revealed with following videos Can't You See Me and Drama.
Whether Can't You See Me and Drama are occurring simultaneously with Runaway Magic Island in alternate universes, or are dreams that are this time shared between all 5 boys, the videos clear up the possible causes of the fires.
Drama occurs first and is thought to be Bamgyu's villain origin story, as it mainly shows how he is the one who does everything for the group's safety and well-being, receiving nothing in return, and Can't You See Me is his breaking point.
In Can't You See Me, fighting and resentment between the boys is highlighted. Unaware of the consequences that had been cultivating through the magic, suppressed feelings of before, like loneliness, jealousy, misunderstanding, and mistrust, are developed.
In Can't You See Me teasers, Soobin, in an attempt to reach out to his friends regarding his odd dark dreams found in Runaway, Magic Island, and soon to be discussed Eternally, is ignored. His separation from them, also found in the videos, grows, and he becomes lonely. The cat, also seen in the teaser, is thought to be the one pulling the strings behind the boys, wanting to break them apart.
Taehyun, being Soobin's closest friend, notices, but thinks that Soobin is distancing himself, breaking the promises so of them staying together. Beginning with Taehyun towards Soobin, resentment, which is represented as a fire within the videos, grows.
Soobin and Taehyun, seen in choreography and lyrics, are the liars. Soobin is a liar as he feels lonely and ignored, thus trying to make everyone else feel his pain too. Taehyun is a liar too, as he notices but does not stop Soobin nor help him feel included.
Can't You See Me shows a gradual switch from playful fighting between the boys to dark turns. Yeonjun, Yoon and Kai, and Bamgyu also notice the fighting that is prominent between Soobin and Taehyun. Yeonjun and Yoon and Kai mainly stay out of everything, but Bamgyu feels as if the fighting is unfair. He has growing resentment towards Soobin and Taehyun, and possibly the other members.
Eternally, occurring right after, has several different scenes. Those that show the boys in a dance practice room is a real shared reality. The visions that happen with each member are inevitable dark futures or realities in alternate universes. The visions occur in Magic Island as it becomes a nightmare, reflecting and physically manifesting the members' dreams.
It begins with the members standing in a destroyed stadium, the stadium that was destroyed in Taehyun's visions when traveling to Magic Island in Magic Island. This is a part of Subin's predictive dreams. As he tries talking to Yeonjun, was injured and covered in blood. Subin wakes up to find himself and the others in a dance practice room. The dream experienced by Subin is one of the bad endings the boys must face.
Subin wakes up with a worried expression that none of the other boys seem to notice. Bumgyu, who had a camera facing towards Subin, did not seem to recognize this expression. An alarm blares through the rooms and the boys begin their visions simultaneously.
Subin is the only one who truly remembers and experiences his vision in the music video, as at the end he is the only shaken up member and also holds a die seen in this vision. Other members do not really remember the visions but are vaguely aware of it.
His dreams take him back to where all the boys first met. Here is where he obtained the magical die and sees Hyunin Kai as a child run past him. The ghost girl seen in the scene is unknown, but theorized to be Moas, the group's fandom.
Yeonjun's dream takes place in the stadium from the music video. He sees himself dead and sees a cat that constantly haunts specifically him throughout previous music videos.
Bumgyu's dream takes him to an empty void with infinite mirrors and soon a door. Opening the door, he sees himself fighting with an unknown person as he is holding and protecting a book. This book is seen through the beginning of the music video, what Subin reaches out to give to Yeonjun, and throughout Magic Island, and is the book that holds vital information relating to the magic they use.
The fighting escalates and the scene cuts to Bumgyu viewing himself in the room through his phone. The Bumgyu in the room now has large thorns growing from his back and shoulders, which was physically manifested from his pain of carrying his friend's burdens on his shoulders. The unknown person does not appear and is theorized that they are dead.
Taehyun's dreams take him to a large field of flowers, and he recognizes Yeonjun sitting far in a chair. Taehyun walks up to Yeonjun dead, sitting in a chair full of flowers. It is positioned on a large pool of purple blood and white water. In this other scene of Yeonjun being dead, it is thought that the flower crown on him represents the pain of horns and mocking royalty, referencing the group's debut song, Crown.
Hyunin Kai's dream takes him to a void with a staircase and a door. As he walks up to the door and opens it, he finds himself standing opposite of the boys in another door. The area where the door opens to is the sky, which Hyunin Kai walks on and appears to have water. The scene ends while Hyunin Kai is walking to the others.
As the alarm stops, the members except Subin return to what they had been doing before, essentially unfazed by their previous visions. Subin walks up to the mirror with the die and a portal opens.
The dream chapter ends with Eternally, but their latest EP, Minnesota 1, Blue Hour, ties loose ends and transitions the story into the Chaos chapter, which is their latest comeback happening on May 31st.
Blue Hour is a dream, whimsical childlike escape they use to avoid time and the monsters or whatever haunting them, their problems, and possibly Yeonjun's death. When the amusement park shuts down, their dream is coming to an end, and their return to reality awaits.
At the end of the music video, the sky turns pink, symbolizing impending weather, signaling the start of the Chaos chapter. Bumgyu is left alone, sitting on a tree. Jumping off, he steps on a book, and from there walks into the distance. Bumgyu in Blue Hour is theorized to be the first one to reject their dream world, as he is alone, and accept reality. He's the first to embody his monster features and eternally, as other members possibly do not want to.
That signals the end of the dream chapter. There are several different and interesting fan theories all over social media that cover odd ends this theory did not specify.
If you're interested in the theories regarding this group, their music is great as well. The next comeback's in a couple days too, on the 31st, beginning the Chaos chapter, Freeze.